This is the only walkway in Ghana with a waterfall
Shows
view.
you,
Yes.
It's a beautiful view.
Yeah.
Welcome to another exciting episode of People and Places here on Ghanaweb TV. We are still on our Amedzofe tour series, and we are doing this in collaboration with the Volta Regional Tourism Authority on their Visit Volta, Experience Volta, and Share Volta campaign. Now today we want to experience the Amedzofe canopy walkway, and to help us do this is a very learned person who will be our tour guide. We'll meet him in a bit. So join me and let's do this together. My name is Hagan. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you? Agustine Oti Yeboah is our guide for today. He works with Hagan, the private entity that builds and manages the Amedzofe canopy walkway. He took us through this edition of People and Places. Before getting to the walkway, Augustine tells us some interesting facts about the forest and Amedzofe. We found out that Amedzofe is home to the Togo slippery frog. They dwell in this stream and usually come out at night. Interested tourists can book a night frog watch session with Hagan. I for sure am certain I'm going to come back here one evening for that experience. We also learned that to reserve the forest and its wildlife, Hagan is vigorously planting various types of trees in the bare spaces. I'm sure in a few years, all these spaces will be filled with trees.
This is where the work is.
I see that. I can see 259 steps
To the walkway. So it means each one to see further the waterfall. The other step that
There are more. My God.
Yes.
We are going to walk. We're going to walk down 259 steps to the walkway. Then we walk down the walkway, and then there are other staircases leading down to the waterfalls. I'm sure you want to come with us, so let's just get
But before we go, we have this caution sign here that during the rainy season, our steps will be slippery. And as we go, we see that the steps are uneven. And so whilst we're doing that, we don't have to rush.
Right.
We have to go, take our time, go step by step, so that we all come and see.
Right. Okay. So we just start.
Sure.
Brace yourself for an uneven descent and climb when you decide to come here. Difficult it may be, but it's definitely worth the work. Halfway down, and our knees were literally shaking. Maybe because we came here right after climbing up and down Mount Gimme. Guys, just take a look at this. I mean, all the way from the top there. 10 minutes ago we were up there, and now we are all the way down here. You saw us climbing, down. We descended the staircase 259. And if you are doing this for the first time, your legs may be a little shaky, but it's all part of the adventure. So thankfully we are at the entrance of the walkway now, and would want Augustine to tell us a little about it before we get moving.
Okay, so before you can do the 259 steps, you need to come a step further to this side.
Okay.
So now you know that we've done the 259 steps.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is the canopy walkway. So we say canopy walkway because, you know, for every tree there are layers. And so the bridge is hanging at the canopy level. So that's why we call it the canopy walkway. Yeah, so the walkway is made up of a platform and a bridge.
Okay.
Okay, so you can find a bridge hanging in between two platforms. The platforms, here we have 4 platforms and 3 bridges.
Okay.
And so when you are tired, you can stand on one platform for a minimum of about 2 minutes, and then we continue our journey.
So the bridge is what you walk on.
Exactly.
And then the platform is where you stand before you move on to the next.
Yes, so the concrete structure we see over here
is the bridge.
No, it's a platform.
Okay.
And the bridge is what we call the walkway.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So in all, there are 3 bridges with a total length of 136 meters. So this is the longest one with 61 meters. Then the shorter one we have 70 meters, then 53 meters. Yeah.
Okay. And you said this was built 2 months ago.
No, it was opened 2 months ago, but it was built a year ago. You know, the construction began last year on the 5th of January.
2022.
That's when we began the entire construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so how many people have you had here so far? Have you had any incidents?
Yeah, so far we've had about 4,000 people visiting this facility since
Just within 2 months?
Just within 2 months,
Wow.
yes. Like we've not had any casualty here. Now we pray that we don't have any casualty here as well.
Okay, so how safe is this?
It's very
2 months.
2 months. It's very safe, very strong. Once you step on it, you yourself will testify to that. It's very safe.
I see. What kind of materials really briefly?
So, of course, the concrete pillars were made up of concrete. Then with the strongest cement we have in Ghana, 42.5 R grade. And then we have metal cables, about 5 of them. So we have 2 cables at the top and 3 cables beneath. And we have one of the strongest wood in the country so far. It's called the Dahoma. It's the wood that is being used in the railway construction. As you can see how strong it is, with a cotton rope and then a cotton net.
Right, so it was built by the NGO?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's a first.
Sure.
You guys are doing amazing.
Yeah, so now let's step towards the walkway. But there's a caution here. It's a walkway and not a runway. So we don't run on it. Okay. You only walk on it.
Okay.
Now, of course, since it's a bridge hanging between 2 platforms, once you step on it, it will shake you. But there's no way you'll fall down because your phone will even fall down.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's safe from all sides?
It's safe.
You just have to be careful when you're walking.
Exactly. And then if you are scared of height,
don't look
there's
down.
only one trick. You don't look down. Just focus. We are good to go.
Okay.
So are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's go. So these are the cotton ropes that we're using here. Then the metal cables. So there are 5 of these cables, 2 up, then 3 down.
Right.
Then so you can see them from here. Then we have this wood pallet with bolts and nuts, tighten them.
Okay.
Yeah. So come, we can go.
Okay, feels safe.
Sure. It's safe. So this bridge is the longest one.
Okay.
It's 61 meters.
51 meters.
61 meters, yes. That's the total length of this bridge.
Dorcas, you're the one shaking this bridge.
Oh, come. You are seeing.
Dorcas.
No, you know, once it's hanging.
Right, what's the power?
No, on your shape. Once it's hanging, it will shake.
Ah.
Yeah, so we are almost getting to where the waterfall is. Yeah. At least yesterday we had some rains, and so now the fall is coming a bit more as compared to earlier on. Okay. Yeah.
But it's more than this when it's not the dry season.
Yeah, so in the rainy season, once you're on the walkway, you can have some splash of water even falling on you. Yes. So how beautiful it is. This is the only walkway in Ghana with a waterfall view. Yes.
It's a beautiful view.
Yeah.
Pan.
Yeah. It's the only walkway we have in Ghana with a beautiful waterfall view. Yeah, it's great. So once you are done with the walkway activity, you can just have to go down there, go and enjoy the waterfall as well.
Okay.
You not get this anywhere in Ghana
else.
except Amedzofe.
Guys, you need to come here to experience this for yourself. You could just stand here and soak the beauty in.
Exactly.
I think the waterfall actually makes you take your mind off the height.
Exactly. Because once you are here, there's no need looking down because
Yes.
the water is coming from
You
this
are
side.
looking up.
You just look up and then you are good to go. Yeah.
It's the way you're walking freely for me. Hey.
Yeah. So we are on the second platform. And so you can just stand here and then enjoy the forest we have over here.
On to the next. So we are on the second walkway.
Yes, this is the shortest among them, 17 meters.
Right.
Yes, so I can see you are trying not to look down.
No.
So you can't come to the side.
Done and over with.
Yeah.
Number 2.
So this is the third platform. Then once you come to this side, you get a clear view of the valley.
Okay.
Yes, so yeah, so that's a clear view of the valley.
And still
over
a
here.
bit of the waterfall.
Yes, and so there's a second waterfall down this way.
Oh.
But from here down, there's also very steep.
Steep.
Yes, and so this water going forms another waterfall down there. Yes, so we have the first waterfall and the second waterfall down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people who come here can opt to either end here at the first one.
Yes.
Or go down.
Or go further down.
Okay.
Yes.
The scenery is very beautiful.
Exactly.
Can imagine the kinds of animals in there.
Yeah.
You know, they have a place to stay without. that brings me to the question: Are there measures in place to ensure that this place remains safe even many years from now?
Yeah, and so once it's a forest reserve, it means that people cannot go in to either kill animals or cut trees. But of course, in every community there are deviants. And so we have what we call rangers. They are well-trained people who patrol the forest to see that there are no illegal activities going on in the forest.
Okay.
And so at times when they go and they see that there are traps in the forest, they offset the traps and bring the traps to the office.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, so day in, day out, there are people in the forest patrolling, just to make sure that people don't encroach or do any kind of illegal activities in the reserve.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see a community up there. Which place is that?
So far up there is Logbatuta. But before then, you can see one building over there. That's a school belonging to Bajeme community. So that's their junior high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So from here, we see Bajeme. We also see Lobatuta up there. Yeah.
Okay, so we are moving to the last bridge.
The last bridge,
The
and then the last platform. So the third bridge,
and
then the fourth platform. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Let's finish high.
Yeah, sure. This one's not good. Let's see.
But once you do the first, second, you get more comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. So we are gradually getting to the end
Yep.
of the last bridge. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is the longest, the second is the shortest, and this is in between.
Yes. So this one has a total length of 53 meters.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yay!
So finally,
we made it.
yes.
I'm sure even if you have a terrible fear of heights, you can still try this. Just make sure you don't look down. But it's comfortable and it's strong. So you should try coming around. Just admire all of this. Heights indeed are not for everybody, and our videographer Sandra did make this very clear when we got to this walkway. This was her begging to return after taking about 4 steps away from the platform and onto the first bridge on the Amedzofe walkway after we convinced her to try to get a few photos. And oh my God, it was a sight to behold. We just finished up at the Amedzofe canopy walkway, and it was a beautiful experience, especially at the portion where the waterfalls is.
Yeah.
You could just stand there all day, taking in the beauty. It's really nice. It's a beautiful experience. You should try and experience it for yourself. So that's how we wrap up the walk through the Amedzofe walkway. There's more because we are now going down to experience all about the waterfalls. So you see that in our subsequent episodes. But until then, I did this together with Agustine
Oti Yeboah.
Oti Yeboah. Thank you so much
You're
for your
welcome.
time. And we will see you next time. My name is Hagan, and this is People and Places.